it have to be hard? Why is that forging at all? Why can't we glide softly into this world and out? So else we all got bored. Quiet thoughts all of no fear. So we decided to split, and then we came down here. If life is but a dream, nothing is real at all. If we never look down, will we still fall? Oh, we can change, we can change, we can change things. We all change them. So think good thoughts, have good pretense, have good pretense. If our goods really are a cause, we keep thirst entirely beyond us. Why do we waste so much worrying about the length of the long grass? Oh, we can change, we can change, we can change things. We all change them. So think good thoughts, have good pretense, have good pretense. There's a bigger picture if you could just zoom out, zoom out. We got it filled right in a blue hour. So do everyone who's woken up and open their eyes. Everyone who remembers a monocle on a Monopoly guide. I'm not talking about the good old days when I say hello everybody. Oops, I got a background music and then I changed my mind about it, so I've got to just get another one going really fast. One of the usual ones I used made my audio get a muted section, so I have to remember not to use that one. Yeah, it's never a big deal, like, to get muted. Fortunately, it never really happens anywhere interesting, but it's always a little bit of like a startled moment. Happy belated birthday, Serpent. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Serpent. Happy birthday to you. I love the birthday song. Except if it's being sung to me, I don't love that. I always like, what do I do with my hands while everyone's singing to me? I want to be larger. That'd be so much easier to get all the raking done if I was this big in real life. Although I'd probably hurt my back bending over to get the little tiny rake raking across the lawn. Hello, Puppy Cat. Hi, Moosey Bunny and Serpent and Sphinxie and Charlie Chalk and Idle Bear. And did I get everybody? I feel like I missed somebody. I think I got everybody. I had such a lovely weekend. It's Coachella weekend, and I guess they're gonna live stream it again next weekend too, so, but I probably won't catch all of this because it's taken a lot out of me. They don't end until like 4 o'clock Eastern time, so I'm like, I'm so tired by the end. I sleep during that. Oh, Coachella is a music festival that takes place in the desert in California. and so many stages and so many bands playing, and then basically they live stream it on YouTube, so you click through and see who you want to watch and catch their shows as best you can. Yesterday was Megan Thee Stallion, Shabuzi was really amazing, and also Post Malone at the end. Marina, formerly Marina and the Diamonds, was amazing on, I think it was Friday. Everything about the performance was flawless. Jenny's performance was amazing. I like it when people have dancers or like a pretty costume and then also sing and you can hear their real voice. Those are my criteria. It's been too long since I have been to a musical fest. I've never been to one for real, but I pretend I go when I watch Coachella. So I do that every year, me and my sisters. I'm so glad you had a fun birthday, Serpent. It's actually sort of hot out today. Well, I've been doing like a little bit of gardening stuff, and yeah, we watch some of them together and then some of them we watch separately from our rooms, but like tell each other about what we think is cool as it happens. Can we all go on a field trip there one year? I don't know if I ever could, because like the crowds are so large, I think I would be horrified. They're all like packed together in like a tiny quadrant, and it's gotta be so loud. Maybe I could wear like earplugs or something. I've been listening to a bunch of kinds of music. My siblings always send me recommendations. It's so nice to have people to recommend you stuff, because otherwise you'll get in algorithm ruts, and that's no fun. You can crowd surf. I don't know if I would like that. I really don't think I would like that. I have a sun sort of beaming into my eyes right now, so that's why my eyes are kind of half shut, so don't mind me. I'm not falling asleep, I promise. Although I was up until 4 yesterday. Although I did sort of sleep a little bit between 10 and 4, but like I kept waking up and watching and then going back to bed. Hi Tastiest, how are you? Happy Monday. And so I've got a little bit of time right now because we're taking a little bit of a break from the raking, and then I'll be heading back out there in about an hour. I woke up at 4. I woke up at 4 too. And then I finished watching Coachella. And then I stayed up for like 2 more hours. And then I took like an hour nap. So I'm like, I am tired today, but that's not why my eyes are shut. It's the sun. I'm a vampire. I'm so glad you're doing great. I'm doing super great too. It's always a good day when it's warm enough to start working in the garden. I love nature. How come you were up at 4? Did you wake up from a nightmare or did you have to do something? My dog was so cute yesterday. I don't even know why. But he's just like snuggled up in like a secret little nook he made for himself in the corner of my room. And then I was like, where are you? And he wasn't coming. And then he was like super sound asleep. I think he's excited about the warmer weather. Oh yes, I'm very much a gardener. I've been gardening since I was 11, but I wanted to garden for as long as I could remember, but I didn't start until I was 11. And then I had a lot of learning to do. I used to always want to plant as soon as the snow melted, and I had a lot of seedlings that didn't make it because I would do that, but I've learned a lot. Oh yes, wow, we're doing some visiting and some chores, and some chores are inside and some chores are outside, so it's just a hectically busy week. But I'm gonna stream when I can. I'm gonna try and get my ASMR videos out on time, and then we'll see what happens. But most importantly, I'm gonna make sure I don't get sick again, so I'm not gonna push it too much. I love gardening. My mother always had a hobby for it, and then it spread to me. That makes me so happy. I remember my parents would have like a very small vegetable garden, and I loved the smell of tomato leaves so much. but then they just never really super adored it. But I was just like, what? We could do this? We could grow food on our land and also flowers? And I've always loved the smell of leaves and flowers. So I don't know. I guess I was made to do it. I love the smell of soil too. It's so, after it rains, especially. Oh my god, it's so wholesome. Or like after the thaw, like after it thaws in the what time of year? Like it's not quite spring yet, but it's like thawed a little bit, and you're like, I smell mud. It's gonna be spring soon. Ah. Serpent, do you garden with your mother? Like, does she teach you stuff? Yes, yes, don't push it. There's always next week. Yep, exactly. I want to make sure that I stay on the up and up, no more sickness ever again. I say that every time, and this time it sticks. Charlie XCX had a set, the Brat Summer, like, concert. And oh my god, I couldn't even watch it because the lights were flashing so bright it gave me a headache. It was like afraid to even look at it because it was so strobing. It was awful because I love Charlie XCX and I was like, no. I saw a video yesterday of a wild fox sleeping in a field and then a man filming stroked it. I've heard they're getting more and more and more tame and gentle with people. Hello, Powerful Ewok! Happy Monday! Yes, she does. A while back we managed to get garlic and then we would plant that together. Oh my gosh, garlic is one of my favorite crops of all time. I guess apparently in my state there's like a deal you can do where you can buy land as an investment, and then if it has good farmability, you make a deal with a farmer if you have like a farmers union in your county, and then a lot of times they'll do like they plant everything with all their equipment and then they get 30% of the profit and you get the rest. And they do everything just to use your land. I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, I really don't like strobe lights. They don't do anything for me. I don't find them exciting. I find them disorienting and headache inducing. And also, I'm scared of them because they always come with the epilepsy warning, and I'm always like, oh my god, that's so scary seeming. And then I'm like, well, how do you know unless you know? And so I shut my eyes, and then I don't get to see anything at all. I'm a worrier. I try not to be. Thank you so much for the head pat, Tranquil Assassin. Yeah, yesterday I just had like the most random thought about how we like literally have a brain inside of our skull and it's like in there. And it made me so creeped out thinking about how fragile we are, and then I was like, I need to stop thinking about stuff like that. I can't. Guess what's coming this Saturday? National Garlic Day? That's so exciting! My favorite part about garlic growing is cutting the scapes off of them, and then like you can use them to make a pesto, and it's so decadent. I can't get my daily. Is there something wrong? Hold on, let me check. Is it not available? Let me get my channel point thing open. I had to turn it back on and then turn it back off again, and I wonder if I didn't fully turn it on. It says out of stock. Check back later. Okay, hold on. I must have did it wrong and made it be like only one person can get a hug. Let me, Yep, I did. Whoops. Why is it like that? What? Sorry about that. No limit per stream. One per using. Then it will not be out of stock. No cooldown. Okay. It should be fixed. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know what I did that for. It must have defaulted to something weird when I flipped it back on. Hello, CC. Happy Monday. They should be working now. Hopefully they're fixed. Yay, it looks like they're working. out of stock. I'm never out of stock on hugs. I love hugs. I don't think I like it very much if lights shine into the crowd, but if all of it's on stage, I'm fine with it. Yeah, they were shining out into the crowd too. It was like flashlight war. It was awful. And she didn't have any dancers, so like, I don't know. I love when there's dancers. She has such good dancing songs, and there weren't any dancers at all. It was sad. Oh, thank you. You deserve all the hugs. You. Yeah, for some reason it was like 3 per stream per user, but only 1 is allowed per stream at all. Like, why is that even? That was its default when I turned it back on. You always gotta keep your eye on the channel points because they're always up to something. But really, it's my fault because I forgot to turn on Mix It Up before I started stream. Davidicus Prime, thank you so much for redeeming your daily ghostly hug. It's such a good day today. Like, there's so many bugs out already, but I don't mind. I really don't mind. I saw a spider outside and it was outside, so I was okay. And I had to move a beetle from inside to outside, so it is becoming the season of the ladybugs. And I don't know, it just smells like summer. It's really, really, really beautiful. And there's like a vibe of like zipping energy in the air because it's springtime. Everything's coming to life. There's no leaves on the trees yet, but it's been a very cold winter. Very, very cold. There's no snow today, so that's what I'm happy about. Thank you so much for the mushy moment. A lot of people don't like bugs, but I personally don't mind them. Oh, I don't mind bugs outdoors at all, except for I don't like anything that stings me or bites me. Like, I don't like the parasite bugs, I guess you could say. Mosquitoes. The little creepy ones I don't even like to mention or think about. The ones that go on you and you can't find them until you find them. Those ones scare me. And basically, spiders outside is fine as long as I don't walk into them. If I walk into them, I do the scared dance and then I'm okay. Like a couple hours later, I will no longer feel it. They really are amazing creatures, but if you are afraid of them, it overrides any knowledge you have of how cool they are. You just autopilot into panic. We have a lot of snakes around, but not yet. It's still too cold for them. I brushed my hand across the couch yesterday and felt a big crumb. I went to pinch it and throw away. No, powerfully, I'm like, no. I can't even finish that sentence. Wholly horrified. Ah. How did you recover? Did you shake? What did you do to console yourself? Did you put your feet up on the wall and hug your arms to end the adrenaline rush? Now and then I think about a moment from a few years back. Oh no, what is it? I love stories. I love stories so much. It's like we're all at a campfire together right now. Cleaning up the yard. I can't believe that happened to you. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I had to get a tissue to get it away, but I'm like watching it while I walk backwards so I don't lose it. Yeah, if you lose it, it's game over. You never feel safe again. Like, that's what the fear does to you. It's a cruel master. Yeah, I mean, like every once in a while, I will see one that's inside of my room and get brave enough to move it. But it's always nicer if someone braver is around to do it, not me. Yeah, then the whole couch would have to go. The whole room, you'd have to move. You'd have to move from your nice house into who knows what, the forest or something. Have you ever seen an IRL hedgehog? I have not seen one in real life. I didn't know that hedgehogs came from like temperate climates. I thought they came from the jungle. And I just recently realized that they're from the UK, right? And they're just in meadows and stuff like foxes are. I thought that they were like a jungle animal. Like they lived with crocodiles for some reason. Yeah, I've never... I think sometimes they have them at the pet store. But I've never seen one. I've also obviously never touched one because I've never seen one, but I did pet a porcupine before at a petting zoo. Carefully. In the direction of the quills. I don't think they're the same thing at all, though. I feel like a porcupine is probably dangerous and a hedgehog's quills aren't. Yeah, they are all over the place here. That's so interesting because I know, like, we have raccoons all over the place. And I know a lot of people are like, raccoons are so cute. I wish I had one. I wish I could see one in real life. And I take them for granted because they're just around. Like, I always see their little footprints in the creek where they were washing their food off. They are unbelievably cute. Are they gentle and slow like turtles and they just let you come up to them? Or are they more like chipmunks or squirrels? I need to look up wild hedgehogs at some point and find out. Because all I've seen is like pictures people put on Instagram of like cute ones that are their pets dressed up and stuff or just chilling. Oops, I need to move my position. I moved that camera a little bit because it was in the way of my view. And now I am crammed in the corner. Like I did something wrong. If you had a pet hedgehog, what would you name it? I would give mine a name that was like a long wizard name. Yeah, they're very timid and slow. I had no idea. Oh, you got to see more of the background. Let me lean over. It has an eyeball on it, which I didn't know when I got it. But I got it because it was on sale and I needed a potions background. It was like $1. And normally it was like $7 and I was like, that's a good deal. They said that it was hand-drawn, which is what I always look for in Etsy art. Well, not hand-drawn, but digitally. They curl up in a ball instead of running away. They're like possums. You name your Sonic? That's so cute. I picture it would wear a little sports jersey. Yes, there is an eyeball. It's like a wizard eyeball. It's Dozery's all-seeing eye. She tucked it there so she can see what I'm up to. What if your characters became real? And you had to, like, live with them as roommates? Yes, my third eye is not removable. I would miss it if I didn't have it because I'm always daydreaming. But I imagine that Dozery, like if there is a magic in D&D where you can put an eye somewhere to just watch stuff, she'd have them all over the place. I'm gonna lurk while I eat tuna and listen to a record. So cozy. Have a good meal and a good record listen. And being present in your day is so important. It's so weird to think about how much time I spend thinking about the past or the future. And all that really exists is right now. I saw the weirdest, like it was, you know how like if you watch somebody's music and then the background is like, their music's all perky and like cutesy and happy and then like there's just something creepy about the music video, like that kind of a thing? I would love to like put together a playlist of examples of that because I just like that vibe, but only if it's not like the kind of scary that makes your stomach flip, but the kind of scary that's like over the garden wall, those pumpkins I like that kind of like a mystery that's implied that something more is going on, and then it turns out to be not that scary. Someday I'll make music videos and more music. It'll be like the joy of my life. And also the tiny, like we have perennial mint plants in a lot of gardens, and they're growing a little bit because they were growing under the leaves and they smell so good. I rarely see music videos because I mostly listen to Spotify. Yeah, that's why I like YouTube. I watch music videos a lot, and then sometimes the music videos have a lot of like extra film in them, like talking and stuff, and then I end up adding to my playlist instead of the music video. I'll add like the version for Spotify, or like the one that doesn't have all the dialogue. The Wombat's Greek Tragedy. Oh, I'm so excited. I love recommendations. Thank you for that. As for the ringneck snake, we eventually released it. I missed your ringneck snake story. You had a pet snake from your yard? The only snake I've ever seen in real life in the wild is just regular garter snakes, like the kind that live in the gardens. Sometimes they get really huge. It's yippity yap time. I'm yapping in between chore rounds. I was so happy to have a little time to make it to hang out, because I missed a lot of stream time last week from being sick, so I didn't want to just, disappear. It's always like so fun to just share stories and then not have that feeling like I don't remember how to stream, so I don't like to miss days. Oh, the previous message was probably too big to send? Are there limits built right into Twitch? I normally don't. I see a lot of paragraphs. I don't mind them at all. I like knowing what people are up to, and I'm also a reader. So if there are limits, I never pop them down because I like to have a nice chunky message. It's like being pen pals. Does it even let you know, or does it just disappear? Yeah, I don't see anything like that I could override a delete or anything, but sometimes Autobot doesn't do that. Does anybody go Easter egg hunting? Or, I mean, like, obviously, there's the whole thing with the egg prices right now. So eggs are like precious around where I am, at least. And I doubt people are going to be doing the big Easter egg hunts, because what if they don't find one of their precious eggs? Hello, how are you? Happy Monday. It will say if you are over the maximum amount of characters. Oh, and then it won't let you type anymore, like that. Thank you so much for following. Thank you. Hello, Lucas. Happy Monday. How are you? How was your weekend? Don't mind me. My eyes are half shut today. I don't know. I feel like they must be half shut because there's like this bright spear of sunlight coming in through the window right behind one of my monitors. It's been overcast all winter. I don't know what to do with myself. The story is probably still there. I'll probably send it in the Discord because it's crazy. Oh, thank you, Serpent. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to read it. Thank you, everybody, for all your stories you share with me. It's so fun to know these things. Not sure if you can't type anymore, but nothing happens when you press enter because it won't send. Okay. That's good to know. I'm like working up such an appetite today because, like, when I work outside or if I go swimming, I get the best appetite in the world. It's the happiest thing. Food tastes so much better when you're really hungry for it. I left this safe area of my country. I drove to Austria. The biggest culture shock is that the trains are on point there. Like right on time. They're not on time where you're from at all. I'm very surprised by that. Bright light on face. I was wondering why the tracking was working extra well. Oh, is it? Why are my eyes like so seriously? I can open them like, but they're not like registering that they're open even when they're mildly open unless I really over open them and look insane. I'm gonna have to fix my tracking parameters if it's gonna be sunny all summer. How have your allergies been? My eyes are quite itchy today. Honestly, mine too. I am having a little bit of allergies. Maybe that is why. The German train company is the biggest joke. It's everywhere and very convenient sometimes, but it has so many troubles. I'm so shocked because punctuality is like a thing that people use as like a meme about Germany, but then the trains are their own thing. The trains are not listening to that punctuality. Hello, hello, Dora. How are you? I'm really, really good. I'm having a super chill, just chatting, little tiny stream before I get back to some more outdoor work, and I've got this springtime vibe where it's like I just feel like everything is turning out perfectly and the flowers are gonna be so pretty. In about a month, they're gonna start blooming everywhere. It's gonna be colors and bees everywhere. Indeed, we pride ourselves in over-engineering our stuff and correctness, but we have some outliers that have just grown to become the joke of the nation. Just look up the Berlin Airport project. I'm excited to know this stuff. Berlin Airport project. Oh, it's still like it's still being constructed after 30 years, or or it's not going to, or it already is open. Oh. Oh, that is a fiasco. At least it's not abandoned though. At least it's gonna be something, and it's not just like a place to urban explore in 5 years. I have a hard time conceptualizing like how big other countries are. Like, I can kind of picture the maps from geography, but then I'm like, I have a hard time remembering what American maps look like next to them. So Germany, state-wise, is probably roughly the size of like Arizona or something. Indeed, it's 52 school buses long. No, I don't know how many school buses long your countries are, but that'd be a fun project. It's a good way to make math practical and also enjoyable. Oh yeah, like yesterday at the Coachella concert, Post Malone was like, you could be this, you could be that, you could be a bus driver. And I was like, I know someone who's becoming a bus driver. because Rashka is. I just can't imagine driving something so big. Yeah, exactly. I was so excited. I'm like, I can't believe that this is reality. This is so neat. Yeah, I got the bright light on my face. My eyes don't like it, but apparently the tracking likes it, kind of. Except I'm gonna have to fix my eye parameters. Or I'm gonna have to turn the light off again. Or wear sunglasses, I don't know. Bright lights, they just do not agree with me. I remember some stories my father would tell me about foreigners coming to America saying, "We are going to visit New York and Los Angeles," and he would say, "No, it's way too big to visit all those places." That's so interesting though, honestly. Like, it really is. Like, I have some friends from the UK and Gamehaven, and they're always like stunned at when we talk about like driving 3 hours to visit someone, and that's not a big deal. Because in America, you could drive like 3 days to visit someone potentially. So like 3 hours is like, you're so close to me, even though that's still such a long time to be driving. I've never been on an airplane, so I've only been on the east coast of the US. 3 hours for us, that's like driving across the country. For us, it's like driving to like somewhere else in our same state. Not even getting to another state, unless you live on the border of a state, then you can. Some states are like right all four next to each other, and you can stand in all four at the same time because of the way they're divided up. I used to think that was absolutely amazing when I was little, but now I realize like people make state borders, so it's not like some sort of miracle of nature that happened. But it's still really cool. Yeah, the size difference is crazy insane. There's a lot of wilderness too. That's just natural wilderness, like it doesn't have protections on it, and I wish that all of our wilderness was protected because it's so precious. Every single place where animals can just live and not have to worry about like what humans are up to. And I wouldn't mind like people like walking through it, but I just mean like don't tear it down to make another house when there's so many like empty lots you could make your house on. But I'm very much a tree person. I'm friends to trees, so every time one gets cut down, it hurts my heart so much. I hate to see it. Sometimes I know they're dangerous, so they have to, but sometimes they just are for aesthetic reasons, and I'm like, that tree is so healthy and beautiful, leave it be. Let all the trees live and grow and grow. It'd be so cool if we had trees intertwined in like all our buildings. I think my dream architecture style would be like a place that like built like how hobbits do, like sort of like into and with the land, and then you incorporate what's going on with the nature around you into your building instead of like, oh god, it's destroying my building. Like you'd use a material that would be able to withstand like a root growing through it. Fun fact, the reason the Mongol Empire collapsed is because it was so big that they couldn't communicate over such a long distance. I feel like in a way that's like when you kind of like get really ambitious in a Sims game. Like Sims 3 was notorious for that. Like I've watched people that got really ambitious in Sims builds and made like a whole custom city, and then they couldn't run their game anymore. It was so sad because it was so cool, the stuff they were doing. I was thinking the opposite. It's nuts that we're paying so much money for 100 square feet in a city, and then you drive an hour and there's so much space. That too, powerfully walk. Like, it's a lot of people really like to live in the city and be right next to people, but a lot of people really don't like it, and in a way they're very lucky because then they get to go live in the less expensive areas. But I guess they kind of make up for it with how much like traveling they have to do to get stuff done. because you can't just like walk down the street. You have to make a day of it or take your car. Article: New York is about 2.9 times bigger than the Netherlands. Netherlands is approximately 41,543 square kilometers, while New York is approximately, yeah, we're huge, making New York 194% larger than Netherlands. Meanwhile, the population of Netherlands is less than 17.4 million people. 2 million more people live in New York. Yeah, we have most of our people live in New York City though. So there's a lot of like small towns everywhere else. So New York is, I think there's in my state like maybe 6 big cities, but New York is so big that they're just eclipsed by it. And then there's some small cities, and then there's just a lot of small towns. Whatever happens to if you build it, they will come. I feel like that's how our streams work. I don't really know the whole entirety of the reason for that quote or anything, but I've heard it before. And like, I always think that like you create a space that you enjoy, and then people will find you that also enjoy the same stuff you do. I feel like in the age of the internet now, it's not as important for us to be like actually in the same space as each other. So in a lot of ways, we're like so lucky for that, as we can live in our virtual worlds together. And in another lot of ways, we are unlucky for that because it's fun to be in the real world, but it's also nice to be able to travel anywhere in the blink of an eye. Now I'm picturing New Yorkers to be giants for some reason. New York Giants, that's a thing. Actually, there are a lot of stories of giant burial sites in New York from like the 1800s, so that's interesting. I live in the Midwest, and it's nowhere near as populated as places like New York, so there's a lot of emptiness. Yeah. So I'm really lucky. I live in a place where there's not a lot of people in New York. But every time you say you're from New York, people picture that you're from like a city. And I've been to New York City a couple times, but I don't like going there because it scares me how tall the buildings are and how loud it is and how many people there are and how there's like cement everywhere and very little trees. And then the ones that there are seem so sad in their little tree cages. That's why it's called the Big Apple. I never understood that. I wonder why they do call it that. That's one of those things I always mean to look up and then forget. I'm gonna look it up right now. I live in the mid... Oh. Are there any big cities in the area where you live, Serpent? Like places that you go to that you're just like, well, that building is way taller than any building should ever possibly be because I'm afraid of heights. Like, do you ever think that? There's places in New York where if you walk on the street and you look up, you can't even see the sky because the buildings are so tall. So it's like constantly being indoors. It's so weird to my brain. Why is New York called the Big Apple? New York scares me how there's no public bathrooms. City visits to me feel like one big bathroom hunt. Oh my gosh, powerfully Ewok. I never even thought about that because when I went, we went someplace to eat and we went to like a big shopping district that had one. But that has to be horrible if you're not going to places that have bathrooms. So I didn't even realize. It's called the Big Apple primarily due to the significance of horse racing during the 1920s. That's so weird. So, okay, it's from horse racing and now it just stuck. That's so weird. It also works as the city's racing track signified the ultimate destination or prize in a possession. I don't know if that's accurate or not because the first one's an AI overview. Not, you know how those just pop up fast and sometimes the info is really weird and wrong. But that seems legit. How do How do they keep AI from getting scammed? That's so interesting to think about. Because if you just made web pages, if like all of us just like went, you know, if you're not at home, if you got home and then started to make web pages of like the most bazonkers information made up that you could ever think of, and we were all like on the same page with like 100 other people, and it was an obscure topic, would the AI just believe it was true? I feel like they would. Yeah, this overstimulating feeling of being in the city too. Agreed. So some people experience that as excitement, like anything could happen. I'm so happy and excited, and I'm always like, anything could happen. I'm so scared. And like, there's so many people around, and everyone's talking, and you're like hearing snatches of like 100 conversations all at the same time, and you're not trying to hear them, but you can't not hear them because you're not used to being around so many people, and it's a lot. Isn't that a big AI issue now? AI writer takes everything online as fact and propagates it? That's what I was just wondering. I was like, it has been very helpful to me so far, but how long till I come across a topic that's totally bizarre? And then, because like normally there will be the AI article at the top, and I'll just read that real quick because I like the way they summarize it. And then underneath it, I'll find like 2 or 3 that say the same thing. But like, who knows? I guess if it's not in a book, we're gonna have to start going back to that type of era. If I don't read it in print, then it didn't happen. Because the AI will just be like, hey, guess what, guys? Humans have 6 fingers. It's so funny that the way that people can tell if it's AI or not, but it's going away, I guess. I've gotten pretty good, I think, but who would know if you weren't, at figuring out what's AI on Pinterest. Yeah, I've been getting burned by the Google AI summary this year. I might be and just not realizing it now that I think about it, but I don't do a lot of fact checking, fortunately. I just look up weird stuff, like things that occur to me, like why is New York called the Big Apple? And then I don't have to do like a paper for school or anything, so I could be totally wrong. And hopefully I just won't remember it if I'm wrong. Do you ever get a piece of wrong info lodged into your brain and then you can't unlodge it, and every time you come across it, you're like, I know this isn't right, but I don't remember if this is the corrected version or... Thank you, Anomalous, for all the magic. Thank you so much. Happy Monday. I wish AI wasn't taking jobs, because it could be a really fun thing, but it's like really sad that it's replacing artists and writers and all the creative jobs that are already kind of like a scarcity mindset for them. Although there is hope right now, because there seems to be like AI feeding AI now, so their art's getting like more and more strange from their scraping. They're like inbreeding the what is the word? The references. So AI is looking more AI, looking more AI, looking more AI. It's just such a weird time we live in. And every time I go to like make a post on like Blue Sky or Twitter, those services are like, hey, want AI to write it for you? I'm like, that will not cure my social anxiety, but thank you anyway, AI. I have to find out what I want to write myself, and then I have to make myself post it. And it takes way longer than it should, because I have to check it and double check it to make sure it doesn't say anything weird and isn't have anything spelled weird. I mean, I don't even know what I'm so worried about. I literally need to be like, you have to post 3 times a day, and then I'll learn to do it fast and not be like, oh god, okay, oh no, okay. To be honest, AI can't perfectly replicate what humans can actually achieve. Yeah, we're actually so freaking remarkable, it's crazy. I I can't believe how advanced we are, like, as a biological entity. That honestly is a general problem. People would definitely get a slap on the wrist for not checking multiple sources or using Wikipedia in our university. Oh, they wouldn't even get in that big of a trouble over it, even though that's like so unreliable and it's dangerous because you're going into like a profession? That's really interesting. I stopped using Google, and half my searches are going to ChatGPT. While I don't trust its answers at all, I do like how it can point me to the location I get the real answers. Lucas, that's a very clever way to use it, actually. I might start doing that, asking it to point me somewhere. Hello, Retsuo! Yes, I am a New York Giant, and I hope you're having a very happy Monday. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I think Wikipedia is trusted a lot more these days. Oh, they would get into trouble. I see. I think, I always think a slap on the wrist is like, don't do that. Light tap. Instead of thinking of it as like, you're in trouble, I'm slapping the handcuffs on you. And I don't know which way is more accurate. You're under arrest, Schedule 1. You look different. Your eyes are tired, your frame is lighter, your smile is torn. I have sunlight beaming right into my face right now is what it is. So I am I am having trouble keeping my eyes all the way open, but it's also like registering my parameters differently because I think my face is bleached out by the sunlight. But I'm washing my curtains, so I have sun right on me. It's spring cleaning time. Hi, Big Bad Wolf, how are you? Happy Monday. AI can't perfectly capture emotions because the chemicals that do convey emotions are a biological thing. Yeah, we're actually walking miracles, and it's really important to never forget that. It's so interesting, like all the different things people are finding out in science about like things we understand as people but don't realize why we know them. Like you can smell if somebody's sweat is from working out and being happy or if it's from anxiety. They've done like scientific studies where they'll have people smell like a piece of cloth that somebody sweated on that was like just doing an athletic event and thriving at it, and then one where they went skydiving and like had that scary like, I don't know if I want to do this but I'll do it, and people can tell, like they would have an adrenaline spike of their own when they smelled the one from the skydivers. So just stuff like that, like stuff you know that you don't even know you know. But if you wrote a paper, you have to note which sources you've used, so it could result in a lower grade. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's very important. Most of the time, we would have to have like a certain amount of sources, and then it would be like one from the actual library had to be there. And that one was always like you put something in your report so that you could use whatever book you could find at the library, because it was like hard to do it the other way around. You did, Retsuo. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to see how they're gonna use it and what they're gonna do with like what the books do. Cause I bet it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. The books have so many flower descriptions and stuff. I think Anne of Green Gables might actually be one of the reasons why I love flowers so much. Cause I was always like, what kind of flower is that? What kind of flower is that? But like when I'm reading, I never stop to look things up. I just am like, I'll look it up later. So every once in a while, I will come across a flower that was mentioned in those books and then be like, oh, that's what that looked like. But I was imagining it completely differently. gulping my water loudly because I'm gonna have to get back out to my chores pretty soon. And this was supposed to be a hydration break, and I kept forgetting to drink. I'm still surprised they ended up making it. I think the books are in public domain, aren't they? Because they're written from like the 1840s. So like anyone can do anything with them that they want to. I'm pretty sure. Because I swear like, oh maybe? Yeah, I think they were written in the 1800s. I mean, that was not on my 2025 bingo card, Anne of Green Gables anime. It's what the world needs right now. For personal use, I never really experienced trouble with it. Pretty helpful. Whenever the thing like shows up first, you kind of get used to it. I hate to stream and run, but I do hear people starting to rustle around, so I think it's about time for me to get back to my chores. Thank you all for getting your hugs today and for hanging out with me, and hopefully next stream I do can be a little bit longer. If there's a rainy day, it'll be a regular stream schedule. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you. I'll pick somebody cozy to raid, and thank you for hanging out with me. I'm gonna snooze this ad. We don't need that to be interrupting us. Thank you. I'm gonna be touching so much grass. Thank you, Retsuo. That's perfect. Okay. Thank you, thank you. I will see you all hopefully on Wednesday. And I'm gonna try and put an ASMR video out tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. It's a busy, busy week, but I'm having fun, so it's just generating energy. See you soon!